Oh, hey, you just caught me in the kitchen with the Lamborghini. This bag, you just caught me in the kitchen with this bag full of circuits. You want to take a look at this diagram here. I'm showing how there's a white noise generator, Siegel generator going to a mixer, going out of the mixer to a delay or an echo box, going out of the delay to a splitter to split one mono channel to 3 mono channels, and then going to a single stereo amp to a pair of speakers, and then a single mono amp to a single speaker. So that's the block diagram. I got to cut this board tomorrow. I'm going to cut it somewhere in here, and then this is going to get glued in to the inside of the chassis. A lot of times when I make stuff, like I'll get a metal box and then I'll cut a board that fits in the base of it, and I'll run a couple of holes through the bottom of it and put some wood screws through the bottom to hold this board in, and then that enables me to drill holes in the board. For number one, the wood is non-conductive. For two, it gives the project some heft. It gives it an apparent weight. So the rest of the project is made 100% Chinesium, might fall in a little bit the lighter spectrum. And then it enables me to rip screws, like if I want to put a battery holder in, like a lot of my projects are powered by the 18650 batteries, and they come with these holes, and I've got the screws, but you know, you can't very well screw that into metal. Or it's a little easier for me for the way that I justify things. So I had this goofy case for this project. I ditched that case. Today when I woke up, I found this in our bedroom. So this is the chassis it's going to go in, like I said. You could just picture this to be the finished board, which is just going to be a little bigger, fit a little better. I'll glue that in, and then I'll be able to like put the power in here and just run some little screws in there to hold the powering and all the rest of the circuit boards that go in the unit. So, what was that?
Just this.
Nothing?
I think yeah.
Okay. So, the speaker that I had for the existing unit, the problem with that was it was this 6-watt speaker, 4 ohm 6 watt. It's a neat looking speaker, but it's just kind of underpowered. So I got these Theater Research. They're 50 watts. They're junky Chinese speakers with these silver whatever. And I've got some corduroy pant material that is going to serve. We're going to put that as like speaker grill material that'll be in there. And we'll see how that works out. So yeah, we covered the speakers, and then I've got the thing with the multiple amps. This is going to go on here, and it'll be detachable for storage, and then this will come around and plug into a jack somewhere around here, and then there's a separate mono amp for this horn. And that's just going to give me a throw. Like if I use this outdoors, it'll just give it, like there'll be a dedicated amp and a dedicated volume control for that amp, which I can get into that shortly because I have it here to show you guys. Just let me get this situated for tomorrow. I'm going to want to wake up, and I just wish I could run the ripsaw. And I have. I used to run it in here in the apartment at like 1 in the morning. Yang! Oh, sawdust flying in the kitchen. Like, it's okay, Nancy, I'll sweep up. It's really, really bad. Really bad. But those days are gone. I'm trying to be a good boy. So here I am. I'm in the kitchen with the Lamborghini and a bag full of circuits. This is what I've been working on. We got pink knobs. And we got pink LEDs. Here's the power switch, and I'm gonna run the power to this strip of Vero, and I'll take a Sharpie and mark one side red and one black, and so then all the other circuits will plug into this. So there's some fuse holders and some fuses here. I don't know, it might run dual voltage. It's a dual switch. So here's the stereo amp. This is a TPA 3110, which is supposed to be 30 by 30, this little guy. It's like really cheap, like $2 at takeout. So here is the heart of the unit. This is a Crybaby Wawa that's modified, and it has a crappy single coil pickup hooked up to it. What you do is you take a Crybaby Wawa and you unplug the input and output and plug it in reverse. And then when you play with your guitar's volume and tone controls, it will sing. It will create an oscillation that sounds like a laughing seagull. So this is what I got going on. I found out by playing with it that if you connect this part of the switching, it would drop the tone, the oscillation, and also make it start the effect of it laughing, where it goes like on and off. So they could kind of like to be able to do that. And you could, this toggle will be I'm going to label it laugh. So yeah, here's the wind generator. We have like 9-volt in. You can see I was testing it earlier. There's a master volume, which I may eliminate that. I'm trying to cut down on knobs. And then this pot, initially the David Gilmour Siegel machine had 2 slide pots, and you have to cut a rectangular slot and then drill 2 holes to mount those, and you really got to nail it. It's not fun to do that. I'm much more like a just like give me a drill bit type of guy. So I'm eliminating those because I didn't really have the correct value. 3/4 of the throw did nothing, and it only really worked at the end. And I found a combination of going through, thank you very much to Gompi, going through all of our pots. We found the 25K B pot, which you cut in a 1.4K resistor on the main leg. Got it right in the range of perfect usability with the full throw of the unit. The full throw of the pot being functional and making the wind noise perfectly. And so here is the wind and noise generator. There's a, I think it's a JFET that's in here. It's a, no, I think it's a 2N3904. Just, yeah, it's a regular 2N3904, just a regular, is that a PNP transistor? And then is that a TLO72? TLO72. We gotta take this out and try swapping it with a NE5532. So yeah, you have your 9-volt in. Here's your audio out coming off of this pot, and then this here is like the filter. Like it's like for the wind effect. So that's the wind effect noise generator. And here we have a TPA 3030, which is like a 10 watt or something. This is going to be the amp that powers the Kenny's Golden Horn. I got this from Ken, my brother-in-law Kenny. 8 ohm, 10 watt. And I think that the amplifier board that we're powering it with, oh look at that, it never had the, made in Taiwan. This amp is actually, I think it's 10 watt as well. Might be 30, I don't know. But it's got a speaker wire out. Here's our power in, probably going to run off of 12 volts. And then audio input in. And then it had a 103, which is a 10K trimmer pot for the master volume, and I removed that and cut in this. And the reason the wires are so long is so I can mount this on the base board and have this control where you're opening the door up. Yeah, I know it's like shooting myself in the foot, but that's the design. I want it. I want to have the wires, and I'm going to try to run them nice. This is the mixer. So you got power, you got audio output, and then these wires are Okay, so the inputs must come off of the pot. Yeah, these wires go to the pot. Like there's 2 pots, and there's a black wire and a brown wire for each pot. And then the third connection on the pot is the input. This is a 2-channel mixer, and this is the output. So that's a AMZ mini mixer that we built. And then here is the signal splitter. I built this today. It's 1 in, so you have 9 volts in, and then here's your audio input, and 3 out. So this pair here, which are cut offset, they should be, well, you know what, I'm not going to cut it. I may need to extend it. So yeah, what this does, here's your power, 9 volts in or 12 volts in. Everything's going to run on 12, I think. And if I run into any noise, you know, I can always put in another battery back. So audio input, and then it gives you 3 outputs. So it's a single mono signal coming out of this 2-channel mixer. And according to my block diagram, we come out of the mixer, we go to the delay. Coming out of the delay, go to the splitter. So coming out of the delay, this mono signal, it splits it into 3 equal channels. There's 3 JFETs on here. And we didn't test this, did we?
I don't think we tested.
We got to test everything. So tomorrow we're going to have to test stuff, or I will have to. So I have to make sure that I have the cables here to do that. 2 for the stereo amp, and then the third one is for Kenny's Golden Horn, which you will be able to defeat that. And last but not least, we have the Delic PCB 2399 Echo unit. And this does self-oscillate, which any self-respecting delay should do that. And that being said, I think I'm going to wrap this one up with you guys. I will definitely check in when I have this thing finished and do a demo. We're going to take it out. I want to do another noise thing, maybe at a different location, so I don't run into that same crazy guy I had to kick out of the park. But we would be running more than just the Newt-K Souk. Like I used the Newt-K Souk on the last one. We'll probably be running the David Gilmour Siegel box along with the Newt-K Souk and a couple other extra surprises. I would like to have do a grande battery powered noise machine, like a whole thing. I think that would be really fun to film, where I would get a few of these devices and get them in action and share that with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. Take care of yourselves, try to stay cool, hug your pets, and peace!